Hi, it's Geraldine again from Healthy Life at Zaiqa World. So, how much time do you have in the morning? Most people just don't have the time in the morning. Um, and while we need to fill up and we can have juices and we can have smoothies, sometimes we really don't have the time and we might want a nice bite-sized breakfast. So here at Healthy Life at Zaiqa World, I'm going to show you how to make a really delicious and nutritious breakfast made from a very few ingredients. And if you get these ingredients ready, then you just have to go. If you've got them already packed up in your fridge or in your cupboards, then actually all you need to do really is just put them together and go. So this one is a favourite of mine. When I like to have this one is I'll tend to make it up first thing in the morning, and then I'll run upstairs, get ready for the day, have my shower, get dressed, come back down and have it for breakfast. But actually you can have this at any time. If you're out for the day and you come in and you feel really hungry while you're preparing your meal, you could just have this as a quick snack. Equally, you could make it up in the morning, leave it in the fridge in a bowl. When you come back, you can have it. You could even make it the night before. If you really don't have time in the morning, then you can make it in the night before. So I'm just going to run through the ingredients. I always try and keep my breakfasts or my recipes simple by having a limited number of ingredients. And all of these ingredients, you can actually go to the shop and you can actually quite easily buy them. I always make a suggestion that you check first before you buy anything. You need raw nuts. They're the easiest. I have got dried fruit in this just to make it easier. But then also I've got fresh fruit in the form of blueberries and bananas as well. So it's really quite simple, quite easy, quite quick to make. And I'm going to show you how quick it is. So here's our almond milk, and I've used that for its protein, but you can use any nut milk. You can lean towards having something like hemp seed instead, or you can have a cashew nut butter. But when you're purchasing it, just check and just try and make sure that it's just the ingredients. You don't really want too much rice milk or other ingredients in there, so always have a look. So that's our almond milk going in. Very quick, very simple, very easily. The next thing that I'm going to add is just a couple of spoons of blueberries. And then I'm going to add the seeds. So now, one of the things about this breakfast is you're going to leave it for a certain amount of time, for about 15 minutes. You can also make it the night before. The reason why we're going to leave it is so that the juices soak up all of the seeds, the nuts, and also the chia seeds, which I'm going to tell you about in a minute. So these are our dried fruits and nuts going in as well, so we can have a spoonful of that. So I'm going to just stir them around a little bit. And then I'm going to talk about our chia seeds. Now our chia seeds, these are an omega-3 fatty acid, and they are really, really good for digestive health. They are really good for brain as well. So the omegas are needed within the brain. So they are a really good source of omega-3 fatty acids. And it's something that we tend to lack in the diet. So I've got some omegas at some chia seeds going in. So I'm going to pour a few in there. Now, what the chia seeds will do is they will melt down into the Bircher muesli, and they will start expanding. So what chia seeds do is they start soaking up all of the juices that are there, and they start expanding, and therefore you get something that's quite thick instead of something that's not quite thick as this is at the moment. But you have to give it time, and that's why I was saying earlier that what happens is you can run upstairs, you can get yourself ready for work or wherever you're going to go. If you're going off to take the children to school, you could actually make this and come back you've come back from taking the children to school. You can have it after. You could make it before the gym. You could make it the night before. It just depends on what you're doing, and it's so easy for you to just absolutely make this. This is brilliant. So I'm just going to take the spoon out here. I'm going to add in a banana, and you don't have to add in a banana, but if you're working out and if you're very active, then it might be an idea just to put in those extra carbohydrates in the morning. So I'm going to chop it up nice and thickly. And this is really, this bircher muesli you can have anytime. Anytime you fancy a snack, you can have this. It's a real quick, simple snack. And if you make it first thing in the morning, leave it in the fridge in a bowl. The chia seeds will actually soak up all of the juices in it, all of the liquid, and you'll find that it's a really, really decent snack to have. I've actually only put half of the banana in. It's up to you, you can add more, but if it's just for me, then I tend to just have half the banana. And then I'm going to add a little bit of maple syrup. Maple syrup's been around a long time. I'm not sure if you know how it comes about, how it's made, but it's actually made from the sap of a tree. And what they do is they put little wooden sticks into the tree, and as the tree's sap comes down, then they collect it. So it gets collected in little bags. That's how you make maple syrup. And we all know the maple syrup grows massive. It's a really, really tall tree. It's mainly grown in Canada. So it's mainly grown in Canada, and it's been around for many, many years. So it has lots and lots of goodness in it. So if you've got a little bit of a sweet tooth, I'm just going to put in a little bit of maple syrup. And then I'm going to mix that all up. And then what we're going to do is we're going to wait for about 15 minutes for the chia seeds and everything just to get soaked up in the liquid, and then we'll come back. So don't go too far, I'll be back in a second. So that's been about 15 minutes. The longer you leave it, the more the chia seeds will actually soak up the liquid. But you can see already that the chia seeds are starting to expand and they're soaking up the liquid, and it does get nice and thicker. So how simple is that? That is your bircher muesli. You can, if you want to, if you want weight loss, then I would advise you to leave it out, but you could also put a spoonful of oats in this as well. If you're going to the gym, you could put a spoonful of oats in it. If you want weight loss though, leave the oats out. It's better that you just go with it as it is. I'm just going to run through quickly the ingredients. So we had our maple syrup, we had our raw nuts and dried fruit, we had our seeds, we also had our chia seeds, which are the omega-3 fatty acid. And don't forget, we're getting minerals from the actual seeds. And in the seeds here, we actually have sesame seeds, pumpkin seeds, we have sunflower seeds, and we also have, for healthy digestion, which I'm always going to go on about, how we need to have healthy digestion. So for healthy digestion, we've got the linseeds in there as well. We've got our omega-3 fatty acids. They are really, really important. And for the carbohydrates, we're using some lovely blueberries, which will give us a multiple array of vitamins and minerals, including vitamin C. And then we've got our banana, which contains things like potassium. So we've got a different array of different foods there, and they make up our bircher muesli. So really quick, simple, just get all your ingredients, assemble it in a bowl, and that's it. You've done. And what you could do is leave that all night. You could leave that during the day. You could go to the gym. So there's no excuse for not eating healthily. This is Geraldine Curran, and she's coming at you from Healthy Life with Zaiqa World. Don't forget to check back in and see what else I'm going to be making. Over the coming weeks, there's going to be loads and loads of different recipes that I'm going to be making all the time. Leave comments. Leave me comments. Let me know. What would you like to see me make? And have a healthy life with Zaiqa World. So make sure that you check back to Healthy Life with Zaiqa World. This is Geraldine Curran, and I'm checking out now, and I'm eating my bircher muesli. See you again soon.